Yeah, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com playing World of Tanks. The tank is the T28 concept. This is an American Tier 7 tank destroyer, and the map is Lakeville. I am going to get 4 kills in this game. I'm going to do 3,400 damage, 1,300 EXP, and I'm going to complete a mission, TD6 Precise Calculation, which is for the campaign for the, I believe it's a T55A. You'll notice I have a very high ping time, which means that the graphics are going to be really choppy.
Ricochet, target unlocked.
I like to play on Lakeville, sniping at tanks as they're headed to town, and it's usually what I do, with one exception. You can see how easy it is to hit those tanks heading to town. And you're going to get lots of shots. You could probably easily take 5 shots on a tank heading to town, going across those roads. Especially if you track them. And if you track them, you get the assisting damage also.
Enemy armor is damaged. Target released.
And even if you miss them, there's more roadways that they have to cross over. That KV-4 still has more to go.
Critical hit.
Keep on hitting him.
Penetration.
I wasn't keeping track, but I may have taken the full hit points off that KV-4. And it's very difficult for that to do. You'll see that a tree fell down. There's obviously a tank right behind him that wasn't spotted. But it shows you how vulnerable you are if you have a good spotter. How easy it is to get shots on tanks heading to town, and how great this position is. Look at all the tanks I can shoot at, up there behind the church and down below. Sometimes when I play the middle road, I go further down the middle road, and then I backtrack to this spot so that I can cover the cap. I go further down, you don't need to, but usually I do my own spotting, which is why I'd be further down the road. Now the reason why I'm moving is because I want to hit these tanks. So I need to find a position, and they're there. I need to find a position where I can hit them when they're behind the building near the cap. Like there's a gap right there. But obviously I was spotted, so I decided to move behind the rock. And when you get hit, there's a little there's a red stripe with a triangle up on top. I'll show you what it looks like. And obviously, you know, a lot of people know this trick. And it might disappear. I might not be able to pause on it. But you'll notice that I tried to line up the angle to see where the shot came from. There it is right there. It disappeared. But what I did was, while it was there, I turned my tank to line up where the shot came from, so that if I wanted to take a shot, I could know where the enemy tank is, even if he wasn't spotted.
Target acquired. They killed our driver.
And you want to know who hits you. If an artillery hits you, it's very different than a regular tank hitting you. You have to hide differently depending on what type of tank it is. I used my first aid kit on my driver. It's very important that you have a good driver.
Permission to engage.
Having an injured driver can really hurt you in the game.
Let's find another target.
And that's why I use the first aid kit instead of the fire extinguisher.
Target acquired.
Right now he's very vulnerable. It's easy for me to kill him. If I had waited an extra second, I probably would have had a better shot lined up on him. You could see we won in the town. There's a tank behind me. And there's very little that I could do except for, you know, keep on going forward.
Fire. Put it out quick.
Got 2 kills.
One of our gas
I tried using my repair kits to put out the fire, but it didn't work.
Ammo storage is hit. We're losing
I've heard that you can use repair kits to fix your fuel tank or your engine, and that it puts the fire out. But I've tried it many times, and I have to say I have a very low success rate with it. I've also heard that if you stop driving, that it can also help put the fire out.
enemy armor is hit. Got him.
You'll notice that I shot at him even though he became unspotted, and he actually did move. So he was in a different position. Now, it doesn't make sense for me to drive around the lake. It would take me longer to drive around the lake. I do want to head south, so I decided to just go down the middle road, and I'm probably not going to be part of the capping process.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Penetration.
The T28 concept, I think it's called the HTC, is a wonderful tank. I absolutely love it. It has a very good aim time, and the gun is very accurate in terms of gameplay, real-world gameplay. I got 4 kills. I did 3,400 damage, 1,300 EXP. I completed the mission TD6 precise calculation, which is to win a T58. I like playing on the middle road. As you know from watching my videos, I try to play in the middle of the map as much as possible. And it's a great tank. If you play the campaign missions, perhaps you'll be able to win one on your own. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.